welcome back, intrepid travelers, to Planet Coaster. Yes, I have been sinking a ton of time into this game lately. I think I'm up to 20 hours in like a week of play. It's ridiculous how addicting this is to me. Really, really addicting. I've spent so many hours just building already, and I thought I'd show off my progress and just talk a little bit about the game, give a few impressions, that kind of stuff. So this is my park at Crashlands. This was my first park that I started building, just in the sandbox mode, so you have unlimited funds. You don't have to worry about anything else. You can build to your heart's content, so which is good because this little building here cost me $10,000 to make. This was I'll show you through everything I've built so far anyway, but I am going to completely design this park to be like just a sci-fi theme park kind of thing, sci-fi wonderland. So I am putting in the rides and that kind of stuff, but we're decorating it so it does, feel in place, so that the rides obviously look like they should belong here as well, as you can see from these ones. I probably need to put a second one of this ride in. It's really freaking popular. So that looks sci-fi-ish as well, and in here is like this, I don't know what kind of ride that is. Oh, it's like the Wipeout. Well, if you've been to, Dreamworld, you know what the Wipeout is. That's what the Wipeout is. So yeah, this is, oh guys, I know you're closing. Blah, blah, blah. They're closing because they're all the way over there. So yeah, this is Crashland so far, and I've had a great fun building this. And I know for sci-fi parks, it seems like there isn't as many sort of items and that kind of stuff to use, but if you're a little bit like, I don't know, creative with the tools, you can make something pretty decent, I think. So this little thing was probably the first thing I made, which is why it looks so dingy and danky. I was going for kind of a work shed kind of look. That's what I wanted, but I didn't quite like it. And some of those little thingies on the side are poking through, and yeah, it's not great. See, if I was going to redesign it, I like the panel look of this building. This is just metal alloy, and it really doesn't look very good for like a building thing, so yeah, anyway. And that's why this is poking through. If I was going to do it again, I would bring these walls back just one, because you can go into the next square, and that would leave it so that didn't show through. I was going to put the yellow stripes all the way around, but then I got bored of it, and I didn't like it anyway, because I don't know. It's just not what I wanted from a space. It was good though. Let me learn a little bit more about the controls, how everything worked, and just getting into like the controls. And sometimes the controls are really a little bit too fiddly. Like I would like a lot more, customization with them. Like a lot of the wall pieces and that, they're grounded to a certain grid. And when so much else of the game is just freeform, it doesn't feel right to have that. Like placing pathways, you can place them on any sort of plane, and then trying to match it up with a wall becomes an issue if you put the path down first. You really have to think about buildings first and then your path second, and that's an issue in my mind. It's also because you really can't rotate them how you want. You can't create the inclines you want, and I know they have the roof styles, and that's what you're placing on top, but it would be so much better if you could also just rotate these just a little bit how you want, how steep you want, and also so you can get around corners and that sort of stuff. And that's another issue. There is so little ability to actually make decent cornered buildings. Like, yes, they have the rounded space, but sometimes you might not want like a really hard curve like this down here. You might want like a softer curve, and there's just no ability to do that. And then when you want a roof on top of that, it just becomes a nightmare to get that thing working properly. A real nightmare. So that's why you see a lot more like hard edges in this park so far. But yeah, that's what I want so far. But I really like it so far. I really like the game. There's enough there in the scenery items. There's just so much here to use. There really is. And while, obviously you're not going to use some of that stuff because it doesn't fit in to your park, but you can even repurpose certain things, like certain items turned around and placed in something might look a bit better. Like, we'll go over here to this little thing, my sludge plant. See these little giant pieces of metal? They're actually the, where are you? Let's go sci-fi so we can see it. Yeah, that's this. The cargo character, cargo haul or whatever it is, carrier, turned around because the back of it is nice and metal looking. So that's what I used. It's really cool. And this is a spaceship part that I made to look like a roof. It's nice. And I'm disappointed in you, Park, because you didn't save something for me. Anyway. So that was my first one. This was my second construction, because this is what I wanted from the park. I wanted like a big crashed spaceship to, I don't know. I just wanted a big crashed spaceship, okay? And that's what I tried to make. So you can see metal alloy for the walls, and I just got a few other pieces mixed around to make it look a bit more spaceshipy. So you can see the top big orbital cannon. This was kind of fun. This is just a basic shape with a few pieces on top of it. Makes it look kind of nice. And the front, which I have redesigned so many times because I didn't like it. This is where I'm talking about with slopes. I kind of wanted, like, you know, a nice slope there. But it just didn't have that. It really didn't. Which makes me very sad. Or, like, I don't know. Anyway. So I did use these at the bottom here, which I really like. They make it look nice at the front. And that's the kind of slope I kind of wanted there. But what these are actually a doorway. But that's what I wanted to use. So that's what it is. And that's a big like LCD sign, but it looks kind of good as a front little peeping screen for the spaceship. So that's the spaceship, and a lot of debris behind it because it crashed. That was kind of fun to make, but the exciting part for me was inside. That's where I developed. And this, oops, come up, is the operating system. So we've got the front consoles and all that kind of stuff. But the whole, oh my god, this camera, I hate you so much. There we go. Is all my shops. So this is going to be like, I'm going to build a heap of rides around this thing. And that way everyone will come back to here when they're, you know, hungry, all that sort of stuff. So I know, I like it. I think I did this area really nice. So yeah. It's exactly what I had in my mind. Well, not exactly, but it's nice. Like, obviously, these little cubicles where people work. You've got lots of machinery and technology in the bridge command area. And, yeah, when it fills up with people, I think it'll look really good. Eventually, I do want to have, like, a roller coaster coming through here, obviously. So that's why the bottom's there. Come through here, see the space crash stuff, all that kind of thing. It'll be fun. The next thing I made was this gigantic little building here, which I kind of called my refueling plant. All these roller coaster things ruined the view, they really did. Let's delete it for a second. I'll pause it, we'll delete it, get it out of the way, so you can see it properly. And yeah, this was my like starship refueling plant. So you can see starship designs. One flying up here because that was for the roller coaster. It's nice to have some scenery during the trip. Got lots of machinery coming here. You got the pumping platform to all these little refueling spots here. Up top, you know, the little communications array, which is nice. That's another like a wing part for a spaceship. So yeah, as you can see, everything's getting repurposed. And this is the front. So iron girder from one of those castle buildings. Got around, we've got some ladders going up onto the veranda. And if we come inside, you hear more shops. That's a nice place for shops, I like it. Even though they're all together and it kind of annoys the shop people, it does. And that's why some of them shut down. Like this one. I'm sorry, Tachiki. No one liked Tachiki anyway. I don't care. But these ones are pretty popular. And I had to put 2 bathrooms in to start off with because, my god, this area just filled up amazingly quick when I built it. So yeah, this is my refueling plant underneath. I like it. I like it a lot. So you can see a little pumping area into the pumping platforms there, which go outside. We got to stir the sludge because that's what we need for our fuel. And I don't know, I was thinking these kind of process it and all that kind of thing. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Big spin around. Nice. Oh, and upstairs. If I can get upstairs without clipping. Oh, no, I clipped. No. Just a work area. And over there is walkways and stuff. So yeah, that was the refueling plant I made. I really like it. I think that turned out pretty well. Why are there people all the way over here? Oh, they're on the ride. Right, let's Control Z that stuff. There you go. Oops, we mucked up our line there. Everyone turned around. I had to shorten the line because they were actually queuing all the way down for that, which is a bit annoying. So, oh, I have to test you again. Fine. All right, let's have a ride of my thingy. Ride, camera. Da, 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 da. I actually like this ride. I don't know, it's only a 5 in the excitement index, but I think it turned out nice. Just how it weaves through the park. Oh no, my triggers aren't active anymore. Because I deleted it and then redid it, my triggers aren't working. Although once I go out without saving, it'll be fine. Ooh, going up and up and up. Nice view of the park. You can see the Crash spaceship in the back. It's cool. Oh, and here we go. And there's our flying spaceship there. Meow. And that had lasers shooting at it for the trigger. So I need another ship that's shooting at it. Oh. Meow. And that was supposed to shoot now. Oh, I did shoot. And these guys start shooting at each other down there. Pew, 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 pew. And the barrels explode. I timed it pretty well. And yeah, roller coaster design is an effort in frustration. It really is. Just so many things about it don't work the way you want it. How smooth the tracks go into each other. It's just not great. And it's really fiddly. And then, I don't know, when you're trying to click on one piece to get to that piece again, and then it starts just building the piece you were on. And if you want to edit the track, it takes you to the start of the track rather than the piece you clicked on. And just all the bits about it is just really annoying. There you go. Open it back up for the public. So that's that. I like it. We need more spaceships flying though around here. I need another one just over here shooting at this one. Pew pew. So yeah, we're going to build a few buildings around here as well. What I want to do is a couple more of these lined along this walkway here. Probably most of the way actually. And just, I don't know, lots of things coming off them, I guess. Lots of wires and all that kind of thing. That's like, you know, a control panel area. So you can see a little walkway, and then we'll have some walkways getting up there. It'd be nice, it'd be sweet. We need to do something with the floor, I'm not sure why, but I like the look of the forest I'm making so far. It's just 3 different types of trees. So the red one, the 2 birch, and a little bush. Actually, no, 2 bushes. 1 bush and the pink bush. I like it. It's just a simple colouring scheme, but it works. Lots of rocks around the place too, so that's just how the entire park is going to be designed. It's kind of like, I don't know, Forgotten Planet, and you've got a, like, you know, secret, top secret design area there. Not design area. Top secret, I don't know, military organization. So that's what this was the next building I built, and I love this. I don't know why I love it so much, but I love it. I really do. It just, I don't know, it's perfect in the design. And I actually put this one on the Steam Workshop as well. What do I call you? The sludge plant. So yeah, I don't know, it's just It's a perfect little tiny building for a little shop here. Because all these people were working along and they were saying, we're hungry, we're thirsty, me. And so I made them some shops here. I might have copy this and put it somewhere else as well. I really like it. So, sludge plant. And that's just it. You've got to think about different sorts of corners, different sorts of building styles rather than just like straight, you know, rectangle. That's why I have this little bit here and then you have a little funnel area there, pipes coming down. Looks good, looks good. Alright, and what I was going to build next, I'm working on this at the moment. It's going to be a roller coaster in here. And I nearly finished it, but then I have no idea what the fuck happened with it. It didn't want to test. It didn't want to start at all and test. Like, I'd actually built the entire railing system, as you can see by all the little tunnels going everywhere. But no, we're not going to start, we're not going to test, and we're not going to let people ride it. So I had to delete it completely. But in the end, we'll get out of here. It's just going to be a little ride that comes in and out of this mountain. But I'm not sure what I want to do with the mountain yet. I'm thinking high-tech facility plus, like, I don't know, tentacles and aliens and stuff. You know, they're trying to figure out what the alien biology is, and it's attacking them, it's killing them, and that's the sci-fi place. Holy shit, we made $4,000. So that will be that mountain. A little honeycomb of holes and sci-fi tech stuff. And that's it. Then we're going to build some more roller coasters over here, blah, 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 blah. And I haven't really got a plan for over here yet, but we're slowly just working our way from the front to the crashed spaceship. And that's going to be the focal point of the park because it's right in the middle. And yeah, we're going to try and make the entire thing sci-fi themed, but I don't know, I think I might have a few buildings nestled away that maybe were here before the military settled, you know what I mean? Like more like just rickety shacks, broken apart kind of thing. I think that would fit in. You know, ancient civilization stuff. Or maybe some Aztec style temples. Ooh, or some like mosque-y kind of things, you know, Middle Eastern mosques. Yeah, then I can get the spires working. That sounds good. Okay. And I didn't show you the front. I'm not sure if I like this just yet. It was a pretty quick construction. They're just a spaceship body and that kind of thing with, I don't know, lasers scanning you on arrival. But I think, I don't know, I liked it at the start, but I don't like it as much anymore. I think I want to turn it into an actual building and people walk through, like maybe 2. We don't need 3 of these. Maybe 2 nice pathways where people have to walk through and get scanned. But make the scanning things work. I don't like how they clip through everything all the time like that. So we're just going to give them a nice base that they can move across and that kind of thing. It's just within a building as well. So we have like, you know, control panels to the side that people are in and all that kind of thing. So that was a first go at my little entrance, and I don't like it, but it'll do for now. That might be the next thing we work on. So yeah, that's my Crashlands Park so far. This kind of stuff takes a lot longer than you think to build. Like you see all those like huge YouTube videos where they construct this entire, you know, theme park, and that stuff makes my mind ache because I've already spent like 20 hours on this thing, and this is the best I can do. No, not 20 hours in this park, maybe 10 hours in this park. Or probably a bit more than that. And this is all that I've been able to do so far, yet they've just constructed an entire park. But I guess most of those are from beta, so they've had a lot more time than me. But yeah, it takes a lot longer than you want. Hello, little mutt. I'm not sure what I wanted to do with you. I just made it because I saw the little mecha thing. But that's what this park needs, a giant robot. Alright, giant robot, it is decided, is my next building in here. We might just chuck it right here. Big giant spaceship legs like that. And we can use these for its eyes. That would be hilarious. Yep, 2 eyes like that. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so that's Crashlands Park. I'll show you the next one as well. So we'll cut straight back into it in the end. And this is my challenge park. The challenge mode, I don't know. I'm not really pleased about it so far. It's just a little bit silly. It starts where you've got very little money to build with, and in the end, that's just incredibly frustrating. Like you chuck down 2 rides, that thing, and a carousel, and that's it. And you just wait for money to come in, and it's really quite boring. It really is just incredibly boring. Like, there's really no challenge there except for just waiting, and that's not good design. Like, they do have the challenges you can do to get more money, but I don't know, all the ones I got for this one were like roller coaster ones, and you need like quite a few $1,000s to build a roller coaster, and that's just silly. So as you can see, pirate theme park. I do have intentions to maybe, you know, pirates versus, I don't know, Cthulhu or something. I don't know, that's kind of what I want. Like, I know, you got all these pirate ships sailing out to battle this giant tentacle monster. That's what I want, okay? And that's the park I want. But yeah, so far it's looking okay. It's just a bit basic, just because of how much money it costs to build things, although this mountain is probably the most expensive thing I've built. Because building mountains is expensive, but I wanted it there because my roller coaster was going up. Yeah. So, how are you? This is actually the best roller coaster I've ever built. Oh, now you're only 5.46? You poop head. It was 6.5. I wonder why it went down. But yeah, it was a decent roller coaster. I liked it. I used a lot of the prefab loops and stuff like that, but just building it so it fits. And a bit of scenery around it too. But yeah, so far it's looking kind of nice as a little small park in the challenge mode. So this is one of those prefab buildings. I like it. Just they've used it differently. Like they've used a hull of a broken ship over the top. But it looks good. And yeah, covering it with sand, all that kind of thing. I've created most of the scenery. So, yeah, a little pirate thing there. We've got a little pirate island over here. They're fighting off someone, I don't know who yet. Oh my god, your clipping is terrible. Has a long queue. Yes, because it's a roller coaster and you guys like it. So that worked, you know, a little jetty, moving about, smuggling goods, that kind of thing. Big pirate ship at the back there. I haven't finished that part yet, but it's going to be something, someday. I actually made this little building too. I don't know, I like it, it's funny. 2 shops in the bathroom. You don't have to do all this, but it's just, that's the reason you play this game. It's, you know, customization. There's no other reason to play this but customization. If you're after, you know, a pure management style game, I don't think this would actually fulfill you. You know, I'd go for Present Architect if I want that kind of thing. Or the older, you know, roller coaster tycoons were good at that. This is more just for creative endeavors, but that's what it excels at. And it actually fits with the theme of theme parks, you know, because that is a very creative element. Overall, it's kind of funny, but it actually reminds me of the movies. This really old sort of RPG management game where you're creating like a movie park. Now, you didn't have much customization over creating the movie park. You put your buildings, but there was so much customization with actually creating the movie. It was really quite interesting. It wasn't a great game, but I don't know, it just reminds me of it. So yeah, we got our park. Pathway going up the mountain, which took forever to smooth and get it so it would go up the pathway. And up the top, a little pirate hidey hole. Big statue. And I don't know, I just wanted this so it was a bit more interesting for the people going up the roller coaster. You know, you're sitting on that thing for so long, it's a bit boring. But now they can come up and see this little pirate house. Now, this thing took me ages to build, but I don't know, it's all just me. Every little piece here is basically individual, except for that base, that one underneath, but like all those logs individually placed. This is all individual. There's like different swords underneath the skull there. We got the canvas thing over the top. It's really quite individual, so yeah. But what I am doing with it, and I think will look cool, I'm going to have a little hole going down here, and underneath we'll bring the water up to that pathway a lot, but through here is going to be a little cave where you got, you know, a smuggler's den where they're keeping a lot of their goods and services and all that kind of stuff. Not services, goods and shinies. And that's where the crane goes. Crane goes down into the little hole, comes up again, all that kind of stuff. That's what I want anyway. But yeah, that's what it looks like so far. We need more trees and shrubberies and bushes and all that kind of thing up there, but that was... Took me a while to build, and I was just left it at that afterwards. But no, it's nice. I like it. It looks really nice at nighttime. And that is Planet... I actually should put that on the Steam Workshop. No, it's a nice little, like, cabiny pirate house thing. And sometimes... Well, that's the good thing about this. If you are lazy and you don't feel like spending, you know, hours constructing a tiny house just so people on your roller coaster have something to look at, then you can just head to the, you know, the Steam Workshop and pick up a lot of stuff so far. The only thing is, I do wish, like, the Steam Workshop was... You could arrange it by theme, if that makes sense. Like, actually search by... Well, like what it's got here. How you have the filters. Different scenery themes. So that way you can just go straight into it, go, I want something pirate themed, and there it is. But yeah, that's my challenge mode park so far. As you see, the money comes in pretty quickly now, and I don't even have that much yet. But I don't know, it's just slow building and it's kind of annoying. Like, you can't get as creative as you want immediately. You just got to, you know, chuck down some bare rides and that's kind of it. Annoying. But yeah, I'm not doing the whole thematic thing with this one. It's just going to be like a themed theme park, not like a giant sci-fi camp. So, yeah. But I don't know, it should be okay. I just wish I had more money all the time. And that is Planet Coaster. If you do like, you know, creative management style games, if you have a burgeoning imagination, you can create your own goals, all that kind of stuff, then this is seriously the game for you. It's got so much customization there. And this is just the base. We're expecting, I would expect that they, after the success of this initial release, you know, bring out a few expansion packs as well, that kind of thing. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And if you have any ideas for what to build next, keep me informed. See ya!